Hello there, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to episode 8 of Heavy Metal Sunday at Dunsy's, where you have the pleasure, if it's a pleasure indeed, to watch an old guy read an old heavy metal magazine while drinking a cup of coffee. Like my cup. My son got me this for Christmas last year. Baldy. Very funny. He'll probably get me one this year that says Fatty. Episode 8. We are looking at issue number 8 of Kerrang. This is from February 1982, so we're still in 92. Again, another video where my camera keeps going out of focus, but I'm just going to blast through this in one go with no editing unless somebody comes to the door. But we'll see. So 50 pence, February 1982. On the cover we have, again, everything with exclamation marks, Pat BENATAR, Rush, AC/DC, LEMMY, John Lord, Motorhead, Rose Tattoo, BIFF, BYFORD, Cozy Powell, Kelly Johnson, David Coverdale, Richie Blackmore, smaller letters but still an exclamation mark, Kiss, UFO, Status Quo, Tigers, Slade. So let's have a look. Now again, I'll try and scan some of the stuff in so you can read it at your leisure. I don't want to scan in photographs which is going to get me in trouble and anything like that. Now, I've said this in the past few videos, YouTube's all about engagement. So if the more engagement on a video, the more people will hopefully, fingers crossed, hopefully come and watch the videos. Now, and if we get enough, if we get up to 1,000 subscribers and I can go live, we'll maybe start doing these live on a Sunday afternoon and we can all gather together, read a Kerrang, and for reference material we have the New British Heavy Metal Encyclopedia. So yes, if you have any comments on any of these bands, if you've seen any of these bands, I'm sure you have seen many of these bands, or if you were in any of these bands, let me know in the comments. Let's get started. So who do we have? Oh look, in the same month that Nico McBrain has retired, there's in Mayhem, there's a quote that Nico McBrain has confirmed that he is no longer a member of Trust. What's that called? Serendipity? So he's just retired from Maiden in this episode of Kerrang from... Oh, it's a door. The fucking door. Amazon. Oh, I might do an unboxing here. Look at this. This is like live. I'm hoping this is my... Oh no, that isn't quite what I thought it was. Is this? I think that was maybe my wife's. I've opened that. Oh, now my little cat's walking out. Oh yes, this is what I was wanting. Look at this. Once a rocker, always a rocker. I've got Mac Bell's book. I'm going to hit him up on Facebook, I think, for an interview. He shared one of my Joe Perry Project videos a while back from my other channel. Anyway, I've got to let my cat out. I'll maybe edit this, so I'm just fast forwarding through all this shite. So we're at Mayhem. Oh, my camera's focusing at least. Since leaving the Michael Schenker group, Paul Raymond has been busying himself in studios laying down tracks with various session musicians. Paul Diano hard at work assembling a new band. Saxon recording 2 gigs. Diamond Head finally secured a deal with a major label. Brian Robertson, now sporting a cropped Barnett, has recently been working on a solo project in London's Good Air Studios, just before he ended up joining Lemmy and Phil. Sammy Hagar, Standing Hampton advert. Where are they now? No. There was one in last week's episode. I'll have put the answer as to who it was, hopefully, in the comments in last week's video. So, where are they now? Who's this? Cor Blimey with all that fungus around his chops. Can you recognise the above? I will scan this in. Recognise who that is. Who's touring? Tour news. Alice Cooper's touring. Motorhead embark on a massive nationwide metal onslaught in March. Iron Maiden, Scorpions are touring. So that's that. Tour news. Kiss the Elder. Again, I had to apologise for this one in last week's episode. A man in his pants standing in a pig pen. is, of course, the handsome beasts. The not handsome beasts. Kerrang poll winners. Let's see who won what. Who do we think was voted the best band in Kerrang last month, January 1982? Who do we think was voted the best band? What I'll do is I'll read down from 10 to 1. Number 10, Kiss. Number 9, Rainbow. Number 8, Black Sabbath. Number 7, Status Quo. Number 6, Saxon. Number 5, Gillan. Number 4, Whitesnake. We're into the top 3, folks. Top 3. Number 3, Motorhead. Number 2, Rush. Who do we think's number 1? It is, of course, AC/DC. Who would you have voted as your best band, favourite band, in January 1982? So I'll maybe scan these in so you can have a look at them. Female singer. Number 1, Pat Benatar. Number 2, Kelly Johnson. Number 3, Stevie Nicks. Be still my heart, as I always say. Pat Benatar, yes, indeed. She's still sounding great. I saw a video from me from maybe in the summer or something like that, and Pat was just absolutely brilliant. She must be like, she's 70 something now. Now, look away now if you don't want to see a man with a microphone sticking out of his trousers. It is a microphone, I have checked. This. It is safe for work, Rose tattoo, Angry Anderson, looks like he's been bopped in the head. I think he has, aye. I'll scan that, but looks like he's been hit in the head with something. Maybe that's why his microphone's hanging out his trousers. Slade, deaf but not dumb. Look at that crowd, eh? Get Slade. That's Donington, is it? I told you my friend's Slade story of Donington where he got hit on the head by a sandwich tin. Loved Slade, never saw them because he was in the first aid tent. It was quite a magnificent return to form. We'll bring the house down. Keeping the score. Francis Rossi talks about the 20 years of status quo, 1982. 20 years. He's doing a solo tour, I think, where he's sort of like talking about things. Got a funny guy. His book, I like his book. His book's pretty funny. He got himself in a real mess with the old nose candy and stuff like that. The old Bolivian marching powder. It's got the poll winners. AC/DC poll winner, best band, Brian Johnson. Angus Young in his red uniform. Oh, here we go. Special announcement. In Kerrang, not on my channel. Special announcement. Great news for the new year. Because of the tremendous success of Kerrang, which is due to you lot out there, Kerrang is pleased to announce that it is going to be on sale every fortnight from February the 11th, 1982, packed full of glorious colour photographs. There will be even more up-to-date news, plus a chance to enter more competitions. Still only 50p. All the best in Kerranging. All the best in Kerranging. Oh, Motorhead. There's been quite a lot of Motorhead. Motorhead were huge in the UK. So I don't know how big they got in America, let me know, but anytime you saw like American tour dates, they're always like supporting Ozzy or something like that, UFO or something. In the 80s, the original lineup, well, not the original lineup, but the one with the most famous lineup from that point in time. How big did they get in America? I doubt they would have been headlining big places, but in the UK, they were massive. Sore throat. It's my excited talking in Scottish. A lesson in history. Steve Gett talks to Gene Simmons. I watched a few videos of Gene Simmons did a tour earlier on this year, and it's not focusing on that. Gene Simmons did a solo tour, like a couple of South American dates and a bunch of European dates. Just his solo band, and the gigs were absolutely brilliant. I didn't go to any, but I watched some videos and he just looked like he was having a great time, just jamming songs and getting people up to do it, and he looked like he was in a really good mood. It was really good. Richie Blackmore, POWELL winner, top guitarist. Metal Mechanics, oh, I love this. UFO, a UFO discography by Steve Gett. Some fantastic albums there. And also Phil Mogg dressed as a cowboy. Who doesn't want to see Phil Mogg dressed as a cowboy on a Sunday afternoon? John Lord, POWELL winner, keyboards. I wouldn't know who to pick playing keyboards because I don't know anything about keyboards. I'm not a big fan of them. David Coverdale, male vocalist. Ah, here we go. I remember this photograph, it was funny. It looks like Rob Weir from the Tigers has got 2 heads. I'll scan this one in so it's more clear. 2 heads, but it is of course John Sykes looking over his shoulder. Nick Kent goes on the booze with Tigers of Pantang. Another one, please look away if you're offended by a man holding what looks like a baguette in front of himself. This is all the crazy stuff that happened in the 80s, folks, you know. I can apologise for it now, but the touch keeps unfocusing. So they go on, and here we go, there's scantily clad ladies in this one as well. Oh, nice. It's like a whole advert, so, you know, if there's any children in the room, make them leave. So enough of that. Enough of that kind of behaviour on a Sunday. Biff Byford. He won the Tight Trousers award. So, you know, look at your leisure. Biff in his tight strides. Kelly Johnson. Kelly just always looked so cool. And when she was using like her gold top here. She's using her gold top here. And she also had a Ibanez Destroyer. Kelly just looked like a lovely person. I never met her. She looked like a lovely person. Strictly for connoisseurs, please do let me know. It's all about engagement, folks. Let me know if you have any of these 5 albums which are strictly for connoisseurs. I have one. Very, very poor Dunsy. Very poor. If you have any of these, let me know. Emerson, Lake and Palmer, Works, Volume 1. No. Barclay James Harvest, Octoberon. I don't have that. I don't know much about Barclay James Harvest. Alan Parsons Project, Tales of Mystery and Imagination, Edgar Allan Poe. Don't know much about the Alan Parsons Project. Wish you were here, I've got that one. Heaven and Hell by Vangelis. Vangelis. Now, I think my Vangelis, the extent of my Vangelis knowledge is probably, did he not have something to do with Chariots of Fire? Armed and ready. My favourite bit of these early ones. Bands who could have become famous. We'll find out. So who's in it this week? We have, it's a look at heavy metal. It's a look at record labels. Jive Records, who was on Jive. Mama's Boys were on Jive. Heavy Metal Records, loads of stuff. Split Beaver, got them here. Neat Records. Phoenix Records. Now, the Phoenix Records was really just the home of Holocaust. Phoenix Records was a record shop, which was, I remember it being in the High Street, just down for the castle in Edinburgh, and I think it was, they had a record shop, and I think they managed Holocaust and stuff like that. Phoenix Records. Avatar. Who's on Avatar? Gaskin on Avatar? Can't remember. So tell me here. Smoking Valves. No, I would need to look that up, and I'm doing this live. I don't have time to do it, and I don't think there's Avatar. I think this is just bands. No. Armed and Ready. The bands. Who's in here? Let me know if you've heard any of these bands. It's all about engagement, folks. You can let me know in the comments. Despite their appearance on the original Metal for Mothers, Volume 1 album, and being at the forefront of the 1978, I guess that is not 78 RPM. I used to get those old records. Metal Deluge, Toad the Wet Sprocket. What was the song they did on it? Did they do Blues in A? Toad the Wet Sprocket. So there. No picture. Bandana. There's Bandana. I'll scan that one in as well so you can see it. Bandana. As well as being the name of an Indian silk scarf, Bandana is also the name of the latest band to come out of the Mecca of Mayhem, namely Birmingham. And Birmingham, they love the governor. Boo, boo, boo. Bandana. 720. Drummer Paul Edwards. Drummer Paul Edwards is my Facebook friend. 720. So he was in 720. Formed in 1980 by Bolton-born bassist Dave Birch, one-time fellow Winder and ex-Espresso drummer. Paul was in a band called Espresso. I didn't know that. They went on to be the Torpedoes, with Misty singing. They were on ECT. Getting ahead of myself here. They were soon joined by guitarist Dave Caldwell. Who's Dave Caldwell? He was not playing with Bad Company at one point, and then he was in Paul Samson's Empire as well, I think. And ex-Urchin and Marshall Fury Axeman Randy Marshall. There you go, so that's 720. P.S. 720 will accept to release a single through RCA, so don't touch that dial. Armed and Ready Spanish division. I did a cover of a Barn Rojo song. Oh man, they're so good. Who did they tour with? I think they supported somebody's a bit of a strange pairing. They support Hawkwind. I think it was Barn Rojo and Hawkwind. Las Alvidas del Rock and Roll or something. Recorded at Ian Gillan's own studio. Oh yeah, because what's his name? The keyboard player. He played on it. What's his name? Keyboard player from Gillan. Let me know in the comments. Colin Towns. I beat you to the comments. Cozy Powell. Guitar Heroes. Michael Schenker. Oh, they started doing a series of Guitar Heroes, and then they actually did a magazine, the whole thing of Guitar Heroes. Guitar Heroes, Michael Schenker. When did you begin playing guitar? When I was 9. I watched a Schenker interview last week. Who was he talking to? Chris Shiflett. Michael, he's funny. He didn't really answer too many things. Nothing. He almost refused to play guitar as well. And he was moaning about his brother as well. I love Michael. Michael's such a good guitar player. He's a character, as they say. Why did you start? It was because of my brother who was in a band. First type of guitar. Started with an acoustic, blah, blah, blah. First appearance on records, Lonesome Crow. Equipment live. It depends on the size of the hall, but for somewhere like Hammersmith, I'd use 4 50-watt Marshalls and 4 cabinets, wah-wah and echo for monitors only. Number of guitars owned. I feel a bit guilty here just looking behind me. So Michael, I tend to just have one spare. So Michael, the legendary Michael Schenker, only had 2 guitars. I've got more than that. Another bare bum. I don't know whose that is. Whose bare bum's that? Kerrang next issue, there'll be more of this and less of that. Pen pals, if you want me to read a pen pal. I don't want to embarrass anybody. Here's a strange description. Lonely, torn to bits male. Torn to bits male. I wonder who, is this from a Claude Balls? Seeks friends to go to gigs with, preferably female. And pen friends of either sex. I'm into Led Zeppelin, Old Rainbow, Scorpions, MSG, Magnum, Van Halen, Status Quo, and others. I don't want to get cancelled here. I mean, this is 1982. I'm just reading now that it says pen friends of either sex. I make no comment other than that. And what do we have here? We'll finish on the letters. I'll see if I can find another. It was Mr. Angry from Sunnyvale Trailer Park in last week's episode. Can I find another Mr. Angry? Here we go. So I think maybe after I do like the first 10 episodes, I'll make a special episode just reading out the angry letters. So here we go. If you think you know what a poser is like, just wait till you hear this. I know a friend who thinks that I'm his friend. Sorry, I know a person who thinks I'm his friend, open brackets, but I know better, who has a mammoth collection of 10 records. Tee-hee. He's record collection shaming, but no record player to play them on. Oh my goodness. He has a denim waistcoat which he wears under a black overcoat so that no one can see he is into heavy metal. Oh, he's ashamed of being into heavy metal in 1982. He waffles on a load of crap about things to do with rock all the time. He has a heavy breathing problem and is convinced that he has got long hair, open brackets. More crap, he's been hair shamed as well. And to round it all up, he's amazed that the people will call him a poser and wonders why. That's from somebody in Chelmsford, in Essex. Absolutely outrageous. The posers that were into heavy metal. And on the back, we have Rush, my whole nother. Sorry. My camera won't focus on that, it was too bright because the sun's quite bright. So there you go, folks, that was episode 8 of Heavy Metal Sunday at Dunsy's, where an old man, me, was looking through an old magazine, Kerrang issue number 8, which was released in February 1982, while drinking coffee and keeping beside me my New Wave of British Heavy Metal Encyclopedia if I need to look up any obscure facts. And cold coffee now, it's been 22 minutes, but I might fast forward the bit where I had to answer the door to the Amazon guy. As ever, folks, hope you're having a great Sunday. Cheers for now.